Hey everyone, welcome to another class on JoJo Crafts. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica, and today we will be making layouts using alcohol inks.
Alcohol inks.
I know
Who's excited?
yeah, I know we've done a few other alcohol ink classes, but we figured in this one we would show how to actually make a finished
Yes,
project with it.
a whole layout with
Yeah.
alcohol ink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you will need, alcohol inks,
Yeah.
whatever brand that you like. We have some Bria Reese, we have some Tim Holtz, we have some alloys to kind of mix in there too. You are going to need isopropyl alcohol, 91%. And we like to put them in these little droppers.
Yeah. That way you can like easily
Yeah.
move it to your page.
Yeah, get it exactly where you want it, and you can just find these anywhere. Get a pack of them, and maybe even like label it that it's alcohol,
Yeah.
so you don't like think it's water and put it on a different project.
Yeah.
I also like to use the Tim Holtz. What are these called? Like
The
the
blower.
ink blower.
Yeah. To move around the ink, or you can use a heat gun to move around your ink. They just move it around in different ways.
Yeah.
You can test them out. Oh, Sarah's here. No, she wanted to try out the alcohol ink.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, welcome, Sarah.
I'm not get. Oh, okay. My comments are always like wacky.
Mm.
At least one of us will get comments.
Yeah. And then to work on, usually people work on Yupo paper. That's what I'll be using today. But you can also work on an acetate sheet. It's like what Rachel's using.
It's just like a
A plastic sheet that you can work on and put a page behind it. You can also cover a piece of paper in glossy accents, and it creates like this plasticky barrier that you can then alcohol ink on top of. You want something that's not porous.
Right.
So that's the trick.
Anything that's not going to absorb it.
Because when it absorbs it, you don't get all of the fun movements and the styles. Yeah, that to be alcohol ink.
Right, right.
All right.
Teach me all the things. Yes, Sarah. Oh, yeah, she's ordering the dropper bottles from Amazon. Yep, that's where I got these.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So,
okay.
yeah, I'll be using Yupo paper, but the thing with Yupo paper is a lot of times they're not 12 by 12, so you have to work around it in other ways. But if you want the 12 by 12, that's when you'd use the acetate sheets or the glossy accents on your page. I still need to decide what colors I'm going to use. This is the photo. Does it seem familiar?
And look at this. Is this a different day, right? Okay.
Yeah, different day.
Different day.
Outfits.
We were doing inks.
We have less messy hands in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so with this one, I was going to go with some blues. So I'm going to show you what I did earlier. I have a smaller sheet of acetate paper, if I can get it here. Oh.
See, I'm kind of drawn to using like
isn't that cool?
The orangey pinks, yellows.
Yeah.
But I'm not an orangey pink yellow type of person, so it's a little bit of a conflict I've got going on.
So I did not cover like my entire sheet. I left some of it kind of see-through-y so that you can see the paper behind it. I really like how that turned out. So this is what I'm gonna be kind of doing today. I'm trying to remember what colors I used. I know I used a little bit of moss. I used Bria Reese turquoise. And I feel like maybe I used Monsoon. I don't really know. Oh, Laguna.
Yeah.
I think I just did a little bit of these bluey things. And then I'm going to concentrate my inks more towards my corner. And have it be more spread out everywhere else. What I'm going to do is put paper behind it. Like probably this sheet of paper.
To get started, I like to add a bit of the isopropyl alcohol on my page. It just will get the inks moving a bit more. So there's a bit of it.
just a bit of it.
I just have it sprinkled throughout my page.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going to start adding some colors. Alcohol ink is fairly forgiving. If you don't like where something is, add some the isopropyl alcohol on top of it, and that'll move it to the side.
I'm getting ready with paper towels, especially if you are going to lift it up and tilt it all. It's handy to have some paper towels around because you don't want to get it everywhere.
I'm just really sprinkling it, and you have film on both sides.
Oh, you take that off.
Yeah. And I picked some colors just from the orange, yellow, pinky family, from a few different brands. So you can mix and match.
I can't get these off.
Well,
There we go.
got it. Okay, and adding a little bit more ink on top. No, it just looks kind of messy now. But then I just start blowing it, and I feel like when the blowing happens, that's when the magic comes
That's
along.
the magic. Yes. Oh, this is a little bit staticky. Okay. Going in with some alcohol. You can use gloves for this too if you don't want to stain your hands.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
I've found just if you're just dripping it right onto your page, it's usually not super messy. So
Unless your bottles are messy or have like ink on the outside.
But yeah, they will
Very
stain.
possible.
They will stain a little bit. We move it around with this.
If your inks are not moving a lot, you probably need more ink and more alcohol. Because if you're just getting just like tiny little spots and it's looking too dry, just add more. When you are using the pearls, these, you want to make sure you're also using the blending solution. If you don't use a blending solution, this, for some reason, it looks funny. Like it'll just look chunky. Like even after shaking it and everything, and I would get chunks. Like, why am I getting chunks? Like, oh yeah, I wasn't using the blending solution. So everything else you don't have to have blending solution, but this stuff you do.
Okay, now looking back at my photo, I need a lot more pinks.
Yeah.
I don't really want to like match the wall, just more complement it. So going in with my next layer, might also need a more pinky pink. This one's really light.
Yeah. So I just squirted on my blending solution wherever I put my pearls. And what else? Did I use Laguna yet? I don't remember. You guys tell me if you're paying attention. Maybe I'll use... Did I already use this? I can't tell.
Pearl.
And then I'm just going to start
That seems like a nice color.
blowing this around.
Maybe that color. Let's see. This one might be like a really red. Maybe just a couple of drops of this.
So it's good to protect your clothing.
Yeah.
Because look at this. I just did a spray and went right over here.
Yeah, I've got some blue on my page.
Roll up my sleeves.
A little.
So I don't know if that will come out of clothing.
I really doubt it. I really doubt it.
No chance that, yeah. Okay, so then I'm just kind of adding more as I go. More Laguna, more the turquoise. Because I want my colors really a lot more concentrated on this side. Ooh.
I am just going until I like it.
Yeah. Where did my alcohol? Okay.
You can make it look like really blended and like a gradient almost, or you can make it look really dotty. or blobby.
Blobby.
There's a lot of things.
And
A lot
don't
of
be
different
afraid
ones.
to pick it up. Pick it up and tilt it, turn it,
Maybe that's what I
get
mean.
it all over.
And really, you can kind of end with like a one-of-a-kind pattern paper. And really, that's like when using it in a scrapbook layout, that's how I like to think of it. It's just another piece of pattern paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we often get questions like, what do I do with it after you make it? It's like,
Yeah, like what do you do with pattern paper?
well, you can do whatever you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can put it in your journal, you can put it in your scrapbook, you can put it.
Make a card.
Ooh,
You
yeah,
can also
card.
die cut it. I made some cool Christmas cards last year, die cutting it.
Yeah, those were fun.
I kind of like, well, do I like that? I don't know.
Ooh, I like the stripy.
So like you can get a good stripy look
lines.
by just tilting it back and forth. I think I
Mhm.
still need some more pink.
I'm
Maybe-
trying to get a lot of that color in my corner. Cover up any of these little holes. And really, it just takes a lot of playing with and practicing with these. Stick with, yeah, just colors that you like, but not too many of them.
Yeah, yeah. When just starting out, it's nice
Yeah.
to just pick, yeah,
You can even-
a few
yeah.
favorites.
You
Stick
can even
in
do a lot with like one color. Like
Yeah.
it looks different how much you put on there, and
stick in one color family.
yeah, at least one family. Yeah.
I mean, I've also done rainbows.
Oh
Rainbows
yeah,
are
those
fun.
are fun.
Oh, I was gonna grab my alcohol ink layouts
Oh yeah.
to show.
Let's
Should I
see.
still do that?
Sure.
While this is drying, maybe. I kind of like that. I think it needs more pink.
Okay, I'm finally seeing some comments. My phone just never.
Oh, I don't see them. No,
You
I
don't
don't
see those?
No.
We always have
Oh,
issues.
what is the comments?
The blower things, yes, these are in the shop. The alcohol ink blowers. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a sec. I'll go grab layouts, show you some done.
Yeah, some more
Some done
examples. Let's see my ink. Concentrating it more over here, and then I kind of want it lighter over here. Oh, I also forgot to use some more of the kind of like gold bronzy kind of alloys. I forgot which one I used before. I think I used Statue. I feel like I used that one. So with alloys, make sure you give those a good shake. Can alcohol inks be done on a canvas? You would need to put something down first. Like
the glossy accents,
Yeah.
or it needs to have a coating. Yeah, well, first, if I was doing canvas, I would try to gesso it so it was super flat,
Mm-hmm.
and then add. Yeah, I know the glossy accents works. I'm sure there's other
Yeah, there
more
could be other
plasticky, smooth, because it needs to be like almost shiny.
Yeah, you don't want anything that soaks up. Canvases soak up stuff, so you need to
Yeah.
put stuff on it.
All right. Well, here's some alcohol ink finished layouts. This is using Yupo paper, so this is like the same size that I'm using here. So I have that whole background there. This one is using an acetate sheet,
I love
like
that
how Rachel is using it.
Mhm.
So, and this has the rainbow. So you can add quite a few colors and move it around and all that. So that's what that one is. And then this page has the glossy accent.
I love that one.
This one is just a Vicky Bouton mixed media paper that I covered with glossy accents. And then there it is. So there's the 3 different options, at least that I know how to
Yeah, that we've tried
Tried.
and experimented with.
with alcohol ink.
There could be more ways.
Yeah.
So give it a
If
try.
you know more ways, let us know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still just playing with this. I'm adding more ink, adding more alcohol, and I'm just kind of gradually getting over to my other side.
I think I want more of
Do
maybe a
some more
gradient.
tilting and turning. I feel like it almost blends better when you tilt and turn it than blowing it. I don't know. Tilt and turn.
Really, you just keep adding layers and working with it until you're happy.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of times you can just play with it for so
Forever.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to push more color into the center.
Whoa, I can feel that.
I'm just getting even. I got some blue on mine.
Ah, where?
I've blurred a lot of it, but there were quite a few specks.
Oh, we have ink on the camera lens? Do we really?
Oh, I think on this camera lens? This one?
It's very possible.
I don't know if I can see it. I see it. I see a dot right there.
Yeah.
I think it actually might be glitter.
Oh, that's possible too.
Or paint. Sorry. Okay. There. How's that?
Is that better?
I
Man,
feel like I just cleaned you guys off.
we're messy.
Yeah.
Okay. Adding more my alloy. So remember, if you're just joining alloys, you need the blending solution to really, I don't know, blend it. Because if you just use alcohol, it won't do it very well. And just keep playing until you like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has changed a lot. I mean, mine in like the last little bit, and I didn't really know where I was going with it.
Sometimes I don't either. Sometimes I'll just pick a color and see what happens.
Let yourself kind of test things out. Be a little free with it.
Kind of has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
I mean, you can direct it, but
I've seen people that create like realistic paintings with it.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
I don't know how they do
I don't know how they do that either. That seems
I'm not
crazy
that
to
skilled.
me. Yeah. That seems so crazy.
But you can use like a paintbrush, like a dedicated paintbrush just for alcohol inks and paint it on. I guess I haven't really tried that out. We should try it.
I've tried it a little bit. I painted a moth with them.
Oh.
It worked. It was a messier looking moth.
Messier looking.
But it was fine.
Okay.
But yeah.
Also, when I want to kind of like dry some spots, I'll just hold my air blower up a little bit higher and just kind of do this to dry it and not move it so much. Just so I don't have to get out the dryer. This is the lazy way. Okay. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm liking it, but I think I need more ink. Because I still see through a lot.
Yeah,
Like
with
here,
with the acetate sheet, it'll still be very see-through.
Yeah. But like I have some really thin spots.
Like if you notice on my example, it looked the one with the acetate sheet was pretty thin or a lot lighter color than the other ones. So I didn't like that orange.
Yeah.
Wanted my other orange.
You also can go back in and fix things even after it's dry. You can reactivate it with alcohol. Kind of like watercolors. So
Yeah,
think about water with watercolor paint.
Yeah.
It's alcohol with alcohol inks.
That's a good comparison because it's kind of like there will be like a bit of memory to the paper. Like you'll still see a little bit color behind it, but you can still work with it quite a bit. Or you can also get a tile, and
Oh, yeah.
like if you're just starting out for the first time and just want to mess with it, because you can keep wiping off that tile completely.
Wow, that's perfect.
And keep playing with it like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option. You don't want to use a lot of Yupo.
I have some darker spots that I kind of don't love, so I'm just dropping some alcohol on it and blowing.
You could also use glass. Just try to think of non-porous things.
Yeah, yeah. Any other alcohol ink questions? I mean, we're not experts, but we do play
we do
with it.
Yeah, we do it a little bit. Yeah, we make some good backgrounds, abstract pieces.
Mm-hmm. Kind of relaxing too.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun just to kind of play with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hold my photo up to it.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I'm liking that. I think I might cut this page more into square shape. And I have my square photo. And then we'll decide from there. I'm gonna let this dry completely. It dries really quick. Because it's just mostly alcohol, so it just evaporates. So you don't have to wait too long for drying. Just use a heat gun to make it extra fast.
Yes.
You do want to be a little careful when using the heat gun though, because Yupo paper is just plastic. So you can like warp it a lot. Like you can see it's warping up right now, but I'm moving it around a lot so it's not like melting the page. So I'll still be able to unwarp it.
Yeah, so it doesn't take long to dry. Also, if you don't put a lot on there, I mean, it'll be dry in like a minute.
Yeah,
But when
when
you're
you
if you're when you're
you
putting
got
on
puddles.
a lot like this will take a little bit.
Yeah. Quicker than water.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going a lot darker than I planned.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it.
So we'll kind of see how it ends up.
Yeah. Okay, there's that. Now I wanted to pick, well, maybe I should put some of these lids on,
Yeah, that's always helpful.
because otherwise I could knock it over. Okay, so there's all those. Now, put this to the side. Is this wet? No, I'm good. We'll put this lid on. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking I'm just gonna leave it here. And I tried to concentrate a lot of the color more to the center and have these more faded out areas. And I'm planning on having my photo like in the center-ish, something like this.
Pretty.
So now I need to pick a page that I think goes with this. Maybe I should cut this down first, because I think I want it square.
I don't know what happened to my hand, but
See, I didn't get too messy.
I was when I was tilting it.
Oh, yeah.
So That happens.
Or I could just keep it long. Maybe I'll just keep it long.
Yeah. That'd be pretty too.
I don't know.
I think I'm just about done. Okay, so see how I have it nice and dark, and then it goes lighter.
Where
Okay.
the camera is, because we're on camera. Is that fun, or is that too much pattern? That is a lot of
It
pattern.
is a lot.
But we're on camera.
True. True.
But that is a lot of pattern. Okay, maybe not. What else? Pink? No. There's also this one. Different color scheme. No.
Okay, I think I just need to be done. When you like it, you need to
You
stop
need to
because
stop.
it can change very quickly and not always to the best. I think if you work it too much sometimes, and it gets just
Too
like
much?
too much. I'm just making sure all my lids are on, especially on my alcohol, because knocked that over a few times. And just do a dryer. Sure, this is dry. This is actually almost dry, except for my really big areas here.
The acetate paper will warp even quicker than the UFO.
Oh, yeah.
And it's more noticeable when it warps. Usually the UFO you can kind of get back into place.
Mm-hmm.
The acetate sheets are a little trickier. I think I'm going to use cameras and just try to tone down somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about the cameras. Though.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Is that too much?
It is going to be
It's
a lot. What about just, like black? Is there a black sheet in there?
Or maybe, maybe just I can cut out like one camera.
Or like a strip.
And
or
use like,
yeah.
and use maybe just a white background.
Mm-hmm.
Then I might go get white paper.
Okay. I'm going to let this dry more on its own because I don't want to heat it too much. Cool. Also make sure when you are doing this, you are in a well-ventilated area. Open a window, get a large enough space, because there are fumes, alcohol fumes. Okay, so here's my photo. I'm probably going to mat it with something. And this is my background paper. I think I'm gonna use. Let's see, do you have a big paper cutter?
I don't know about that though either.
Oh, the white?
Yeah. And I think I want to add some more pink to my page because it kind of is giving me like a fire vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well, you can always go back.
I don't really want it to look like fire. So here's some more pink. Just adding some pink. And because I wanted it more like soft colors. And then adding some alcohol.
I'm just trying to cut my paper over here.
And really move it around. Maybe use some splotchy. Pick up some of the oranges. I think it's the oranges.
Oh, yeah.
If I had more just pinks, reds, yellows, maybe.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So this is it with the bluish paper behind it. That's fun. And I got some ink on my paper, but that's okay. It won't show.
I guess I'm just redoing it. So see, you can wipe up quite a bit.
Wipe it up, do it again. You wanna love it, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to put something in your album. You're just like,
It's okay.
Yeah. But now you can watch how to redo it, how to add to it. Susan, yes, it is acetate. The one that I have, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach over you.
Maybe I'll use this side.
Oh.
So there's a more shiny side, which is the side I was using, and then a more matte side, which is the side I think you're not supposed to use.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just use that side. Because, yeah, it was too fiery for me.
Too fiery.
I'm gonna try it again, using more pinks.
Maybe start with pinks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to use less inks all over the place.
Okay.
So, maybe a completely different style. You get to see two alcohol ink styles.
Yeah.
This one may be a little more airy. Ooh. And then I can use the camera. It was just looking like fiery cameras.
Yeah. Fiery camera. Yes.
So using more pink. This pink. A little pink over here, maybe.
I like that light pink.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And spread it around. Never too late.
Never too late.
What did I say? Reds, pinks, and yellow, less orange.
Which is funny because you're not like a huge
I
pink lover
know.
either.
But
So,
it was just like fire.
yeah.
I didn't want it. Oh, maybe this is the orange. I don't want this color.
Oh.
Maybe. We have a different yellow.
Mine's still, yeah, still a little wet.
This one's butter. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's a little better. A little less orange, maybe.
I have like a big puddle here that's just taking its time to dry. But really, everything else is dry on here pretty much. I don't want to heat gun it too much because then it will get warpy. Don't want that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm adding my photo in black because I think that's gonna look nice and pop. And I'm just looking at some Fernwood embellishment as this dries. Stickers here. I think I'm gonna go like, I don't know, some kind of layered something. I don't really know. I really love this paper too. I think that's too much. I don't know.
Ooh,
If I use, like, a little bit of it.
I think it might be fine because it's such close colors.
Yeah.
Because like you can kind of use a bit more of things like. Ooh, there's the alcohol.
Yeah.
If the colors are more similar.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like you can get away with it a little bit more. I'm liking this page better. Less crazy.
That's crazy. Oh, I do like those pinks. Nice. Let's see. How do I want to do this?
Little bit here, little bit right there.
I feel like this is looking real similar to a page I just made.
You gotta look.
Like,
You've got it. You've got your style.
I just made it a week or two ago.
Yeah.
I use this paper.
Well, that background was completely different.
Yeah, true. I do want to use this paper though. I think I might tear it and do a little paper tearing for something different. About, I don't know.
Okay. Is that where I'm done?
Ooh. I like it.
I think it goes with the photo better
Yeah.
than my... I mean, now it's just a... It's more a solid color. But... Okay, I think it's fine. And I am going to crop it down a little bit. Get that trimmer, or... I
don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, it's right next to me.
Oh.
I just found it. Maybe dry it a little bit.
I still got my one spot. So what? Okay. I'm gonna dry a tiny bit.
Okay. So now...
Not that it really matters if I get any ink on me because already did that. You see it's starting to warp a little. Hold it up higher.
Okay, close my lids again.
I might just dab it too. So take off a little bit of that ink.
Okay, and I'm going to take off some of the edges. Well, do I like that orange? I'm gonna take off just a little bit. Like this.
Okay. Almost there.
Okay, there we go. A little more subtle. So I think it'll be fine with the cameras. We'll see though. It still might be crazy. Watch, I did all that and it's still crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's okay.
That's okay.
Gotta have some crazy in your life.
Oh,
I like
I think it's better.
I
It's
like
definitely
it.
better than first version.
Yeah.
And then like if it does
It's very
something like that,
Yeah,
it's very bright.
I like it.
It's not my my usual style at all.
Mhm.
I think it works.
How did you glue yours on? Did you just use this?
I think so. I think I just did that and like it. Oh, that's what I did. Because you can kind of see the glue. So I just did like dots, like larger blobbies. And then when you smush it, you don't really know the difference between like a glue blob, where like if you did lines through it, you would notice it a lot more.
True.
So just do like blobs in the corners and then like a few blobs around to just smush it in.
Get blobby.
Yeah, get blobby with it. Feeling crafty. Okay. Now I just need to get some paint for my splatters.
You are booking it through that. Wow.
Oh yeah.
You are beating me. I mean, these come together really quickly. Just even redid hers.
Yeah. This is page number 2.
Yeah. I worked my background for a little bit longer, but the first time I didn't work it as much, and it went a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it kind of depends how much ink you put on it. If you like it right away and stop, or if you don't like it yet and keep going.
Keep going. Yeah.
So, kind of depends.
And I'm gonna hide all my papers. And hopefully not get splatters on your page. This is pretty green water.
Oh, yeah. I need some water.
I don't want green splatters on here. Okay, so here I'm watering down some white acrylic paint. So then I can add some splatters.
Oh, I like
and I
that.
think that, yeah, that just turns out nice. And we splattered the, oh, I guess our wall doesn't have splatters. At one point it did.
Did we splatter it? I don't remember.
No. It looks like we just smeared it.
Wow. We should probably add some splatters to our wall. That was really fun to paint.
Yeah.
We should paint another wall.
If you can, yeah. If you look at like our first ever live, it was gray background, and we were like,
nope, too boring. We need to be more colorful. Boring.
So yeah, that's when we did that background. Yes, will your paint dry on UPO and acetate? Yes, it will. It'll just dry like regular acrylic paint. And the ink is permanent when it dries.
Yes.
Yep. It will not move around unless you add alcohol to it. And then it'll move around a little bit, but I found like if the longer you leave it, the harder it is to move it. So
I'm seeing some splatters here.
Okay,
let's wipe that up.
Where'd my photo go?
Actually, white splatters wouldn't look bad on this, but what was your inspiration for that pattern? Clint says.
The cameras or the UPO? The inspiration for my UPO page was to not make it look like fire, which is how my first page looked. My inspiration for wanting to use the cameras is because we're always on camera.
And I like this, the smile one.
I think it just, it makes sense.
Yeah. Do what makes sense. Let's see. Let's see. I think I need to layer something else in here, but I'm not quite sure what. Smaller pieces.
Start looking through a bit. Going to add some foam to my photo.
I don't know if I want to go florals or if I keep it more simple. I don't know.
I might want to do something like add a couple layers of something behind my photo. I really like this like deep teal color.
Oh, I know.
I love it. Like if it pops or something like that. That's a maybe. My photo is, well, just like how I printed it, already has this white mat on it. So it's just going to keep that on it.
Yeah, that's easy.
And maybe dry this paint a little bit. Can I move the thing back?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, this side too.
Well, maybe some of this paper because it's like paint swatchy. I also don't want to add too much because I sometimes do things like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how much do I want to layer.
But I just like it. I like all these things.
I don't want to layer like a ton, but
yeah.
Also, I like layering.
Yeah, I think layering also just looks really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I like it when things are touching and you can have a good grouping.
And sometimes it takes me a little bit to get the perfect grouping.
Right? Yeah.
I just have to play around with it. Don't tape anything down and just
play.
See what looks good. Like I like this paper. This is actually the other side of this. I just found it, and so now I'm just playing with that. Try different directions. Try Awesome.